to their area of operations, we relied on professors. We've had ambassadors come in and teach those courses. Language, the Navy did a scrub of the entire Sailor database about 2 years ago and wanted to find out what language abilities were indigenous in the force. The database is there, and there's quite a few of them. In another effort to make language a more priority for sailors is the bonus has been increased, and now sailors can earn up to $1,000 a month extra for language proficiency pay. We're tapping into that language database to try to recruit to get the language into MCAG. We haven't been real successful with that. Lacking that, we're looking at immersion courses, 4-week, 40 hours a week, plus 15 extra contact hours, restaurants with host families, that type of thing, to try to learn the language, at least to get up to a level 1. Shoot, move, communicate, combat lifesaver. Boy, this is pretty scary sometimes when you give a sailor a loaded weapon. And if you ever walk aboard a ship and you see somebody standing on the quarterdeck watch, somebody will have a 9mm in their pocket and there may be a shotgun there. But the training that sailors would normally get to do that would be a fan fire about once a year. They maybe put 15 rounds downrange and that would be it. So just the concept, that warrior ethos of one having BDUs and combat boots on, but then shoot, move, communicate, and somebody could be firing at you, not missiles that you can put on your Slip 32 and try to do a soft kill on that missile or launch chaff, but somebody's actually pointing a gun at you and trying to shoot you. So, or there may be an IED. How do you respond? How do you respond to a convoy attack? Those types of things. So we put about 6 weeks into that effort for combat skills. NECC is starting a bigger course, which is going to be whittled down to about 4 weeks. It's going to provide the basics for every sailor that will be assigned to NECC. Will go through that 4-week expeditionary combat skills course. So it's going to be somewhat of a boot camp, but focusing on shoot, move, communicate skills and combat lifesavers. Here's our current force structure, color-coded, give you an idea, green being good, nearly 100% manned, trained, equipped, yellow kind of in the middle, and red, we're just not there. IOC was this past June, initial operational capability, and we're looking for a fully operational capability by next September, or I'm sorry, next October, the end of the fiscal year. And we should be there. We're constructed with a headquarters element in Little Creek, Virginia. It says Norfolk up here, but we're homeported in Little Creek. MCAS 1, West Coast Squadron, supporting PAC Fleet and NAVCENT. And then MCAS 2 is in Yorktown, Virginia, that's supporting NAVEUR and NAVSouth. And the CO of MCAS 2 is here today, Commander Jeff Whitaker, sitting over there. He just got on board a few months ago, so he's still learning the ropes like we all are in the Navy, how to speak civil affairs. A year ago, I never even knew civil affairs existed, so and most of the Navy didn't, and they still don't. So we have a ways to go with the marketing, but we're getting there. Our total force that we're sourced for right now is 320, and that's about a 2/3 active, 1/3 reserve split. One of the differences is that our teams are composed of 5 sailors as opposed to 4 for the Army. And we've coined it as the 5 C's: a commander, a communicator, constructionman, corpsman, and a coxswain. Because we will have that afloat mobility. We will need somebody to be able to drive a small boat once we get them. The constructionman we pull from our CB Corps. So we have that constructionman and that corpsman. So we have 2 of the key skills already embedded into the team. The communicator, kind of ambiguous as to whether that's language or that's being able to operate satellite equipment and that type of thing. It's a little bit of both. A little bit of both for that communicator. We have had some success. It has been slow going. One thing, when the component commanders don't ask for you initially, and the CNO says, well, you're going to get these guys anyway, it's kind of hard to go back. You can go in there as wearing birds in your collar and say, hey, Admiral, you really need to use this. And they look at me and we got that covered already. Why do we need you? I can't afford you. But we're working on that. We are getting some good news stories, and we're looking at relationships with Army CA. I have a team currently training down at the 95th at Fort Bragg who are going to support Usoda Peak. So they're going to deploy in January. We're working with the Seabees. We had a real successful mission in the Congo. Sent one of our civil affairs sailors, an ensign reservist, who gained us a lot of money there, tremendous accolades from the ambassador, and then got to brief the 4-star. I've been trying to brief the 4-star for a year, and this ensign goes there and he gets to brief him in 2 days. He's on tap to brief Admiral Ulrich, a 4-star here for C&E. And you can see the quote here kind of goes in conjunction with the direction the Navy's going in the new maritime strategy. Tell FFC, the force provider, keep your destroyers, send me 10 MCATs. So it's recognized the need for Navy civil affairs, maritime civil affairs at that strategic level, at that 3-4-star level. It's when you get to the 05 and 06 and everybody's a little bit set in their ways, and a little resistance, you're something new and they don't want to use you. But we're working through it, we're pushing that. We have some other exercises lined up, continuing promise, specific partnership. The Navy has made a commitment to either sail the Comfort or the Mercy every year through the FIDIP. That's going to be in POM 10. So the Navy's serious about this, serious about engagement. I feel we're in a growth industry. Right now I'm not sourced to do that, and I can only provide about a 2.0 MCAT presence, 2 teams deployed per major area of operation. That's all I'm sourced for. And I think we're going to quickly exceed that demand. And like you are, we're going to be out of Schlitz before long. So.
Thank you very much.